Today we shall see addition and subtraction of complex numbers. Complex numbers are of the form x plus iy. X is the real part, iy is the imaginary part. Now programmatically we need to add two complex numbers and subtract two complex numbers. So let's see how we can handle it using Java programming. I'll take two classes here. Class calc, where all the calculation will be handled. Class complex, wherein we write main method, from where we call all the methods of calc. Since we will be using two complex numbers, we will create two objects of calc class. C1 and C2. Well, let's take a constructor here. I'll make it parameterized constructor. I'll make float r and float I, indicating real and imaginary parts. We will copy these to local variables float, real and img. So we need to pass values here. I'll take 12.5 f indicates it's a floating number, and 2.5 f, and 9.5 f, 0.5 f. I'll align it, add a 0. Okay, we shall copy these values to the local variable. Since it is a parameterized constructor, it looks for constructor with parameters and matches here. We'll copy these values to local variables real and imaginary. This will help us to display the values. We'll use c1.display and c2.display, and then write the display function inside calc class, and using the local variables real and img we will print their respective values. Real, that is the real part, concatenate it with plus I, concatenate it with the imaginary part img. Now the actual calculation begins. To store the result of addition of two complex number, we will take another complex number C3. Using C1 we will call the function add and pass the object C2. Since this add function will be returning a value of type C3, its return type should be calc, because C3 is also of type calc. Calc is a class, remember, so the return type is calc. Add is the function name, calc C2, because the object we are passing is of type calc, so we take calc C2. We'll take another object res, so res.real is equal to c1.real, but we can just write real because the object which calls the add method is c1, so we need not mention its name here. So we'll directly write real instead of c1.real. So real plus c2.real, resimg is equal to img. We shall directly write img plus c2.img and simply return res, which will be stored inside C3. Now display c3 dot display. That's it. This is how addition of complex number is handled in Java. Oh, we have an error. What it could be? Okay, it's calc, and since we are using calc here to create C3 object, we need to write a default constructor too. It's called Do Nothing Constructor because it doesn't have anything, no definition for that. Okay, 12.5 plus 9.5 is 22. 2.5 plus 0.5 is 3. So it's working perfectly. Now let's use the same trick for subtraction of two complex numbers. In this case we will just call sub method, which we need to write, and display c3.display. Now what I will do is simply copy the same method add, because the logic is almost the same, and make the name sub and change the plus operator to minus. That's it. Now we have subtraction of two complex numbers as well. So 12.5 minus 9.5 is 3, 2.5 minus 0.5 is 2, and it's working. I'll just include some display parameters here for indication purpose. C1 is, it's always a good practice to include these strings, because in bigger programs it gets difficult to track the output. Addition of C1 and C2 is, for subtraction I'll copy the same. Okay. C1 is CS, I'll make it C2 and quickly execute again. Okay, I did it. Addition of C1 and C2, subtraction of C1 and C2. Okay, it's working. This is how we handle addition and subtraction of two complex numbers using Java. Hope you understood it. Please share this video with your friends, like it on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for watching.